A quick blended sauce is an incredibly easy way to take an otherwise very simple meal and give it added nuance and complexity. Today, we are going to explore the three different components that make up every easy blended sauce and then make three different variations: a lemon and garlic yogurt sauce with chili, a tahini date sauce, and an herb salsa verde. Many uncooked sauces are made up of three major components: the feature flavors, a fat binder, and an acid. Though these three components are necessary for making a full-flavored and full-bodied sauce, it doesn't have to be complicated. Once you get the hang of how these three things work together, you can start to play with the combinations and come up with a nearly infinite variety of cold sauces. Let's look at how these three components work together. You want to pair the feature flavors of the sauce to the flavor profile of the meal that you are making. I find it helpful to break down flavor profile according to cuisine. Let's say you're making chicken. Depending on the spices and the seasoning that you're using, you can take that chicken in many different directions. You can make it Indian or Italian or Mexican. Once you know which direction you're going in, you can start to mix and match with the flavors that are either common or complementary to that cuisine. Thick, uncooked sauces are largely fat-based. They use something like egg or oil or yogurt to bind everything together and give your sauce body. Fat is also a flavor vehicle. So not only will the fat help to give your sauce the right mouthfeel, but it's also going to enhance and meld together the flavors of all of the other ingredients you're bringing in. Fat and acid always need to be in balance to create an appealing sauce. The acid is going to cut through the richness of that fat and bring dimension and brightness to your sauce. How much acid you need to use is going to be dependent on the type of sauce you are making and the other ingredients you are using. This sauce is very versatile and can be paired with flavors from pretty much any cuisine that uses yogurts or sour creams in their cooking. That means the sauce can be paired just as easily with Mexican or Mediterranean dishes as it can be with Middle Eastern. To make this sauce, we're going to use full-fat Greek yogurt, lemon juice, garlic, chili flakes, and salt. Our featured flavors here are the lemon and yogurt. The garlic and the chili play an important role in adding nuance to the sauce, but they aren't so strong as to make the sauce particularly garlicky or spicy. The fat binder is the yogurt, which is making up the body to the sauce and giving it a distinctive thick and creamy mouthfeel. The acid is coming from both the yogurt and the lemon juice. Yogurt is already pretty acidic itself. However, we want the sauce to be more on the tart side. The lemon is going to help amplify that overall acidity. Mix it all together and you are done. Just as with all of these sauces, feel free to make the sauce well before serving. The longer you let the flavor meld, the better it will taste. This sauce goes really well with just about any roasted vegetables, meats, or dishes with a Middle Eastern flavor profile. Our feature flavors are tahini and dates. The tahini brings in a nutty sesame flavor, while the dates give it a light and earthy sweetness. Once again, the garlic is adding in nuance, rather than playing a starring role. The fat binder is the tahini. Tahini is simply sesame paste. Think peanut butter, but made from sesame seeds. It's a wonderful, versatile ingredient, and since it's a seed, it's a great substitute for people with nut allergies. The acid here is the lemon. This is the only source of acid in the sauce, so it plays a very key role. If you're curious, taste the sauce before you add the lemon, and you'll see what a massive difference it makes. Acidity takes a sauce from being 2D to 3D, helping to heighten and elevate all of the other flavors so you can actually taste the nuance of everything that's been put into the sauce. An herbed salsa verde is a versatile sauce that can be used to mix and match with a number of different cuisines depending on the blend of herbs that you use. For example, you can use lots of parsley and basil and give it a more Italian feel, or add lots of cilantro for a more Latin American flavor profile. Or you can just use a mix of whatever you have and it will taste good. The feature flavors here are, of course, the herbs. The shallot is going to add that bite of allium, but should complement the herbs rather than overpowering them. The fat binder is the olive oil. And finally, the acid is coming from the red wine vinegar, and to a lesser degree, the capers. Capers are pickled and brined, so they're going to give the sauce a bit of a sharp, salty pop. Wash and pick over the herbs. Remove any woody stems, like from rosemary, but use the soft stems. The oil is going to act as a suspension for the solid ingredients like the herbs, capers, and shallots, as well as melding all of those flavors together so you can actually taste all of the ingredients in each bite. Each of these sauces are wonderful on their own, but they also share enough attributes that they work well together. Using the salsa verde together with the tahini or yogurt sauces creates a beautiful color and textural contrast. Ultimately, sauces are all about creating a counterpoint to contrast against the main component of your plate. The best sauces are going to make the main thing on your plate taste way more interesting without masking its flavor. The oil is going to act as a suspension. The oil is going to act as a suspension. Oh my gosh, that's hard to say. The oil is going to act as a suspension. The oil is going to act as a suspension. Whew. Try saying that 10 times fast. Check out the recipe in the video description below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay posted on more recipes and videos.